Hello, fellow travelers. If you're planning a trip to the US, listen up. Don't follow the crowded conventional routes anymore. You'll waste your money only to get a superficial glimpse of the sights. This video is packed with my curated avoidance guide plus hidden gems for America's top 10 attractions. From ticket hacking tips and seasonal picks to little-known facts and safety reminders, it's all practical wisdom. Follow my plan, and you'll save money, explore the best spots, and have a trip you'll remember. Save this video now, it'll come in handy. First, let's talk about the hidden experiences that will make your trip stand out. To truly appreciate the unique charm of these top 10 attractions, you need to step off the beaten path. Take the Statue of Liberty in New York City, for example. Most visitors only go as far as the pedestal observation deck, but did you know you can actually climb up to the crown? However, spots are extremely limited. The official rules state you must book tickets 3 months in advance on the official website, with only 240 tickets available daily. The strict limits exist partly for safety and partly to make this experience truly exclusive. The climb isn't easy. You'll have to navigate 162 narrow, steep spiral stairs, where the passage is so tight only one person can fit at a time. As you climb, you can feel the intricate internal structure of the statue beneath your fingertips. Once you reach the crown, the panoramic view of New York Harbor and Manhattan's skyline through its 25 specially designed small windows is absolutely breathtaking, far more impressive than the view from the pedestal. It lets you experience the profound legacy of this symbol of freedom and dreams from an entirely new perspective. After returning from Liberty Island, don't miss another hidden gem, the promenade in Brooklyn Heights. Every photographer knows this is the best spot to capture the Statue of Liberty and Manhattan's skyline together in one frame. Especially at dusk, when the setting sun bathes the statue and skyscrapers in a golden glow. You can snap stunning photos with zero need for heavy post-editing. Near the Brooklyn Bridge, close to the promenade, you'll find a century-old iconic bagel shop. Their signature smoked salmon bagel, fresh out of the oven with creamy schmear and juicy smoked salmon, is pure New York flavor. This kind of local, immersive experience is far more memorable than just checking off a tourist spot. Next up, Glacier National Park in Montana. Its hidden charms are highly seasonal. Many people don't know that. September to October fall is actually the park's secret peak season. During this time, the park's beech and aspen trees turn a brilliant golden yellow, their reflections shimmering in the emerald clear lakes, framed by snow-capped glaciers and the towering Rocky Mountains. It's like stepping into a fairy tale. Unlike the summer crowds, fall in Glacier National Park is serene and quiet. As you hike, you'll hear the rustle of fallen leaves and the gentle gurgle of streams. And you might even spot migrating wildlife posing along the way, truly wild and unspoiled. In winter, December to March, part of the park's famous Going to the Sun road closes due to heavy snow. But this gives rise to a unique guided activity, icefall hiking. The tour provides professional snowshoes, and with a guide leading the way, you'll walk through a wonderland of ice-cloaked waterfalls. You'll get up close to dangling icicles and frozen cascades, and when sunlight hits the ice, it refracts into a kaleidoscope of colors like walking inside a crystal palace. For a truly off-the-grid experience, don't skip the Iceberg Lake Trail. This moderate 10-kilometer hike winds through dense pine forests and open alpine meadows, ending at an alpine lake surrounded by glaciers. In summer, chunks of ice calved from the glaciers float on the lake's surface, creating an Arctic-like scene. With a bit of luck, you might spot elk or mountain goats drinking by the shore, a chance to connect with nature that you'll never get on the park's busy trails. For Bryce Canyon National Park, the hidden treasures are all about photography and stargazing, perfect for shutterbugs. Beyond the well-known scenic drive, Bryce Point near Sunset Point and Inspiration Point at dawn are secret photography hotspots. At sunset, warm golden light slants in from the west, painting the park's thousands of otherworldly hoodoos in a vibrant gradient of deep red and tangerine. The layers of color are simply stunning. Press the shutter, and you'll capture sunset photos that will leave everyone in awe. At Inspiration Point, the hoodoos are shrouded in morning mist, and soft sunlight filters through the haze, turning the entire scene into a hazy fairy tale wonderland. To get this shot, arrive 1 hour early to claim the best spot. Plus, the park's North Campground is a world-renowned stargazing destination. Its remote location means zero light pollution, so the night sky is crystal clear. When darkness falls, the Milky Way stretches across the sky like a glittering ribbon, and countless stars shine so brightly they feel within reach. You can even spot the Andromeda Galaxy with the naked eye telescope needed. For a more layered, unique photo, try shooting the hoodoos against the starry sky. Stargazing in this vast natural wilderness is an experience you'll never forget. Over at Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, the Thurston Lava Tube adventure is full of mystery and excitement. This 400-meter-long cave was formed thousands of years ago by ancient lava flows. Step inside, and you'll see the frozen, winding patterns left on the walls like flames frozen in time, vividly telling the story of the lava's immense power and flow. The cave is pitch black deep inside, so be sure to bring a flashlight or use your phone's light. Exploring it feels like venturing into an underground wonderland, with surprises waiting around every corner. Beyond the lava tube, the Kona coffee plantations on the Big Island are a must-visit. The coffee trees grow in mineral-rich volcanic soil, which gives the beans a low acidity and rich, bold flavor. Join a guided tour of the plantation, and you'll learn the entire process from planting and harvesting to roasting. Best of all, you'll get to sample freshly roasted, ground coffee right on the spot. That unique, rich aroma from the volcanic land is unforgettable. Also, November to February is Hawaii's whale watching season. Along the Volcanoes National Park coastline, you'll often spot humpback whales breaching out of the water in all their glory. If you have time, book a whale watching boat tour, sail out into the ocean, and watch these gentle giants leap and slap their tails. The guides will share fascinating stories about their habits and migration, making it a perfect blend of adventure and education. At Arches National Park, Double Arch is often overlooked, but it's actually more magnificent than the crowded Delicate Arch. Composed of two interconnected arches soaring 30 meters high, standing beneath it and looking up will leave you awestruck by nature's sheer power. Even better, it's only a 10-minute walk from the parking lot, no strenuous hiking required, making it ideal for visitors with limited mobility who still want to see the park's best sights. Summer in Arches is scorching hot, so plan your hikes for early morning or late afternoon when temperatures are cooler. The slanting sunlight at these times also casts unique shadows on the arches, highlighting their texture. Along the way, you'll spot all kinds of smaller arches and rock formations, each one a testament to nature's creativity. For Yellowstone National Park, the Boiling River Hot Spring is a hidden relaxation spot. The spring water gushes from underground thermal vents and mixes with a nearby cold river, creating a natural pool with the perfect temperature around 40 degrees Celsius 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Surrounded by dense forests, it's quiet and peaceful, far away from the crowds of the park's developed areas. Soak in the warm water, listen to the birds chirping and the river flowing, and let all your stress melt away. Also, Lamar Valley, known as America's Serengeti, is a wildlife hotspot. Early morning or dusk is the best time to visit, when the cool air brings out the animals. Drive to the valley, park at the designated wildlife viewing spots, and grab your binoculars. You'll see herds of bison grazing leisurely on the grasslands, graceful elk wandering through the woods, and if you're lucky, even elusive grizzly bears. foraging on the hillsides, or wolves running in the distance. A word of caution: never get out of your car to approach the wildlife. It's dangerous for both you and the animals. At the Grand Canyon, stargazing, camping, and helicopter tours over the side canyons will take your trip to the next level. Mather Campground on the South Rim is an official, well-equipped campground with restrooms, hot showers, and grills. At night, far from city lights, the sky erupts in a sea of stars. The Milky Way stretches across the canyon like a glittering ribbon, and the stars feel so close you could almost touch them. Lay on the grass outside your tent, gaze up at the vast universe, and let the canyon's peace and quiet wash over you. This experience is unforgettable. But be warned, during the summer peak season, campsites at Mather Campground sell out fast. Book 6 months in advance on the official website, or you'll miss out. For a more thrilling adventure, take a helicopter tour that flies low over the Grand Canyon side canyons, far more exciting and scenic than the standard mean route flights. The helicopter will take you through narrow, deep canyon passages and past thundering waterfall spots you'd never see from the ground. The pilot will share live commentary about the canyon's geology, formation history, and legends, turning the flight into a fascinating learning experience. While this tour isn't cheap, around $300 per person, it's worth every penny to see the Grand Canyon's majesty from a whole new angle. Over at Niagara Falls, everyone knows about the Maid of the Mist boat tour, but the Cave of the Winds Trail is the only way to truly get up close and personal with the falls. The park provides free waterproof raincoats and non-slip shoes, so you'll stay dry mostly. Put on your gear and walk down the wooden boardwalks to the very base of the falls. There, you'll feel the thunderous roar of the water crashing down from dozens of meters above. With huge sprays of mist soaking the air around you, it's like standing in the middle of a storm. This raw, powerful experience is far more thrilling and memorable than the boat tour. Note: the Cave of the Winds Trail is only open May to October. To avoid the midday crowds, go early in the morning or in the early afternoon for the best experience. Last but not least, Yosemite National Park's Mirror Lake canoe trip is pure, relaxed romance. In summer, the lake is as smooth as a mirror, with barely a ripple on the surface. Rent a canoe, no experience needed. The staff will give you a quick lesson on paddling and safety and set off. Glide slowly toward the center of the lake, surrounded by towering mountain peaks and lush green forests. The air is fresh with the scent of pine and wildflowers, and all your worries will drift away. It's like floating inside a three-dimensional landscape painting. Now that we've covered all these amazing hidden gems, let's dive into the fascinating trivia and cultural history behind each attraction. This knowledge will turn your trip from a visual feast into a meaningful journey full of discoveries. Take the Statue of Liberty, for example. As America's most iconic symbol, its story of cross-border collaboration is unknown to many. The statue's copper exterior was designed by the famous French sculptor Frédéric-Auguste Bartholdi, while its internal iron framework, the structure that holds the statue together, was engineered by none other than Gustave Eiffel, the mastermind behind the Eiffel Tower. These two geniuses teamed up to create a statue that's both a work of art and a marvel of engineering. In 1885, the statue was disassembled into 350 pieces, packed into 214 wooden crates, and shipped across the Atlantic to the US. But during assembly, the project hit a snag. There wasn't enough money to build the pedestal, and construction was about to stop. In the end, a local newspaper launched a public fundraising campaign, and people from all walks of life donated money to save the project. Thanks to their efforts, this symbol of Franco-American friendship now stands tall in New York Harbor. Knowing this history makes the statue more than just a tourist spot. It's a testament to international friendship and community spirit. Many of the natural attraction's hidden facts are tied to geological evolution, and they're absolutely fascinating. Take Arches National Park. Every natural arch in the park is slowly eroding away. For example, the famous Delicate Arch loses about 0.1 millimeters of rock each year. That might sound like nothing, but over millions of years, this gradual erosion adds up. Scientists predict that if the current erosion rate continues, these magnificent arches will eventually collapse and turn into piles of rock. When you think about it, the stunning sights we see today are just a fleeting moment in nature's billionaire timeline, making them even more precious and worth protecting. Then there's Yellowstone's Old Faithful geyser, famous for its predictability, but do you know the science behind it? The interval between eruptions is directly linked to the duration of the previous eruption. A longer eruption means more pressure and heat are released from underground, so it takes longer to build up again for the next one. Conversely, a shorter eruption leads to a shorter interval. The park's information boards update the predicted eruption time in real time, based on the last eruption data with an error margin of only 10 minutes. To get the best view, arrive at the observation platform 15 minutes early and watch the entire process, from the gentle bubbling of the water to the dramatic spray that shoots dozens of meters into the air. It's a reminder of nature's incredible power and precision. Beyond scientific trivia, the indigenous legends of these attractions add a layer of mystery and culture. For the Paiute tribe, Bryce Canyon is a sacred place they clang-tap-dash-do-dash-samin in the Red Rock Amphitheater. According to their ancient legend, long ago, the animals here could talk, but they were arrogant and broke the Creator's rules by destroying the natural world. To punish them, the Creator turned them into stone, forcing them to stand forever in the amphitheater, enduring the wind, rain, and passage of time. Knowing this legend makes looking at the hoodoos feel different. Each one seems to have its own story and life. Antelope Canyon's name also comes from a Navajo legend. In the past, this narrow canyon was a favorite spot for antelope to seek shade and water during the hot summer months. So the Navajo people named it Sibaganili, meaning the place where antelopes live today. Almost all the guides at Antelope Canyon are Navajo locals, and as they lead you through the canyon, they'll share ancient stories and cultural traditions. It's a chance to appreciate not just the natural beauty, but also the rich heritage of the land. The historical origins of many attractions connect the past and present, adding depth too. The discovery of the Grand Canyon is closely tied to the 19th century California gold rush. Back then, thousands of people flocked to the American West, chasing their dreams of striking it rich. To find new gold deposits, prospectors ventured into uncharted territories, and that's how they stumbled upon the Grand Canyon, a vast, mysterious land that few people had seen before. At the time, the canyon's rugged terrain and harsh climate made it a dangerous place to explore. Prospectors called it the mouth of hell and struggled with lack of water and food. But their diaries and letters, which described the canyon's breathtaking beauty, slowly introduced this natural wonder to the world, turning it into the global icon it is today. Even now, in the more remote parts of the canyon, you can still find remnants of old prospector camps and mining tools, silent witnesses to that era of adventure. Glacier National Park's changing number of glaciers is a barometer of global climate change. When the park was established in 1910, there were 150 glaciers. Today, only about 22 remain. Scientists predict that if greenhouse gas emissions continue to rise, the park may lose all its permanent glaciers by 2030. This data isn't just a record of geological change, it's an urgent reminder that we need to protect our planet now. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park's geological history showcases the immense power of the Earth's interior. The Big Island of Hawaii is made up of 5 shield volcanoes, and Mauna Loa is one of the world's most famous active volcanoes. For millions of years, Volcanic activity has shaped the island's diverse landscape from snow-capped mountain peaks to coastal cliffs, from tropical rainforests to lava deserts. In the park, you can see lava flows and craters, which are living records of the Earth's internal movement. If you're lucky, you might even witness the spectacular sight of lava flowing into the ocean, an unforgettable reminder of the Earth's dynamic, living nature. The Thurston lava tube we mentioned earlier is also a fossil of ancient volcanic activity. The winding patterns on its walls tell the story of how the lava flowed and cooled. These geological and historical facts turn America's top 10 attractions from isolated sites into three-dimensional carriers of Earth's evolution, human history, and cultural heritage. They make your trip deeper, more meaningful, and far more memorable. Next up, practical travel tips, the information you need most for planning your US trip. We'll cover booking timelines, seasonal picks, packing lists, and mistake avoidance guides, all designed to save you time, money, and hassle. First, booking timelines. Many popular experiences have strict limits, so advanced planning is key. For example, Statue of Liberty Crown access tickets. Only 240 available. Daily book 3 months in advance on the official website. Miss the window, and you'll miss the experience. Antelope Canyon photography tours. The golden hour for photography is 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., when sunlight shines straight down through the canyon's narrow cracks, creating stunning beams of light. These specialized photography tours sell out fast. Book 1 month in advance. Not only will you get the best spots, but you'll also be allowed to use a tripod. A privilege not granted to regular tourist groups, game-changing for photographers. Grand Canyon's Mather Campground. During summer peak season, book 6 months in advance. Bryce Canyon's North Campground. Summer reservations open 3 months in advance. Mark these dates down. Don't let poor planning ruin your trip. Seasonal selection has a huge impact on your travel experience. Different attractions shine in different seasons. Choose based on your preferences. Glacier National Park, fall/October, is the hidden peak season, perfect for quiet nature walks and stunning photos of golden forests and clear lakes. Winter Dagmar is ideal for icefall hiking and snow-covered scenery. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, whale watching season is November. Summer is cooler and great for exploring lava tubes and craters. Bryce Canyon National Park, best visited in spring, April, May, or fall/October. Spring brings blooming wildflowers that contrast beautifully with the hoodoos. Fall offers cool weather and mild sunlight, perfect for hiking and photography. Summer is hot. Winter has snow, so pack warm clothes and non-slip shoes. Arches National Park. Spring and fall are the sweet spots, with mild temperatures ideal for hiking. Summer temperatures often exceed 38 degrees Celsius, 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Stick to early morning or late afternoon hikes to avoid heat exhaustion. Packing tips are crucial. Pack smart based on the attraction's environment and your planned activities to stay comfortable and safe. Arches National Park summer hiking. Bring at least 2 liters of water per person. Dehydration is a real risk. Wear light-colored, breathable clothing to reflect the sun, and a pair of comfortable, non-slip hiking shoes for stable footing on rocky trails. Antelope Canyon. The trails are narrow, steep, and sometimes slippery. Wear comfortable flat shoes or hiking boots. Leave the heels and sandals at home. Minimize your carry-on luggage to avoid blocking the path for yourself and others. Glacier National Park winter icefall hiking. Rent professional snowshoes and dress in layers. Pack a warm down jacket, gloves, hat, and waterproof pants. For summer hiking, bring sunscreen, a hat, sunglasses, and insect repellent. Yellowstone's boiling river. Bring a towel and a change of clothes. You'll need them after soaking. Since there are no lifeguards on duty, go with a buddy for safety. Grand Canyon helicopter tour and stargazing camping. Wear comfortable, loose clothing for the flight. For camping, pack a warm sleeping bag, a tent, a flashlight, and a sleeping pad to stay warm and dry at night. Now, the mistake avoidance guide. These tips will help you skip common pitfalls and have a smoother trip. Antelope Canyon. It's located on Navajo Nation land, and only authorized guided tours are allowed to enter. Unofficial tours are not only unsafe, they may take you into unmarked, dangerous areas but also harmful to the canyon's fragile rock formations. Always book through official channels. Statue of Liberty. Check the ferry schedule in advance to plan your trip to and from Liberty Island. Don't miss the last ferry back. Also, the pedestal and crown routes are separate. Research them beforehand and choose based on your fitness level and interests. Niagara Falls Cave of the Winds. Open May-October only. Avoid midday crowds by going early morning or early afternoon. Shorter lines mean a better experience. Yosemite National Park. Activities like rock climbing and fishing require permits. Check the park's official website or ask a ranger for details before your trip. Don't get turned away due to missing paperwork. Finally, some pro tips to elevate your trip. Food. Each attraction has local specialties you shouldn't miss, like New York's Esa Bagel, Hawaii's Loco Maco and Kona Coffee, and Niagara Falls cross-border US-Canada fusion dishes. Research them in advance and add them to your itinerary. Your taste buds will thank you. Transportation. Most U.S. national parks are huge. Driving is the most convenient way to get around. Research park traffic rules and parking information beforehand. Some parks, like Yosemite, offer free shuttle buses. Use them to save energy and avoid parking headaches. Safety. Follow all park rules and never enter unmarked or closed areas. They're off limits for a reason. Think steep cliffs, wildlife, or unstable terrain. Choosing which attractions to visit is easy. Just go with your interests. Here's a quick guide to help you decide. 1. Nature lovers. Don't miss Yellowstone National Park geothermal wonders like Old Faithful and the Grand Prismatic Spring. The Grand Canyon iconic red rock vistas, and Antelope Canyon stunning light and rock formations. 2. City landmark hunters. Head to New York City for the Statue of Liberty, Times Square, the crossroads of the world, and the Empire State Building panoramic skyline views. 3. Adventure seekers. Try hiking Bryce Canyon's Hoodoo Trails, walking Niagara Falls Cave of the Winds, or rock climbing Yosemite's El Capitan for pros, or Half Dome, a challenging but rewarding hike. 4. Relaxation seekers. Choose Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, lava tube adventures and coffee tastings, or Glacier National Park serene fall hikes and winter icefall walks for a slow, peaceful getaway. 5. Photographers. Antelope Canyon golden light beams, Bryce Canyon hoodoo sunsets and stargazing, and Yellowstone geothermal colors and wildlife are your dream destinations. Every attraction has a core, unique experience so that will leave you with lifelong memories. Let's highlight a few. Niagara Falls. The Cave of the Winds Trail is the ultimate way to feel the fall's power. Unlike the Maid of the Mist boat tour, it lets you stand at the very base of the falls, surrounded by mist and the thunderous roar of the water. At night, don't miss the light show. Different colors: blue for pace, red for energy, green for nature, transform the falls into a magical spectacle. Prospect Point on the U.S. side is the best spot to watch the show. Yosemite National Park. The Mirror Lake canoe trip is pure tranquility. Glide across the glassy water, surrounded by mountain peaks and forests, and let the peace of the park wash over you. Also, don't miss Yosemite Falls, one of the world's tallest waterfalls where the mist creates rainbows on sunny days. Bryce Canyon National Park. Stargazing at North Campground is a cosmic experience. The clear, dark sky reveals the Milky Way in all its glory, and shooting the hoodoos against the starry sky will give you photos that stand out on social media. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. The Thurston Lava Tube Adventure is a journey into the Earth's past. Walking through the cave and touching the frozen lava patterns is like stepping back in time. If you're lucky enough to see lava flowing into the ocean, it's a once-in-a-lifetime sight. Yellowstone National Park. Wildlife watching in Lamar Valley and watching Old Faithful erupt are bucket list experiences. Seeing bison roam freely or watching the geyser shoot water high into the air is a reminder of nature's beauty and power. Last but not least, let's talk about eco-friendly and safe travel, two principles that should guide your entire trip. We need to travel responsibly to protect these precious natural and cultural treasures, while also keeping ourselves safe. On the eco-friendly front, many parks have launched initiatives to preserve their beauty. A great example is Glacier National Park's Leave No Trees program, which encourages visitors to pack out all trash, no littering, stay on marked trails to avoid damaging fragile alpine plants, keep a safe distance from wildlife, don't feed or disturb them. The reason this program is so important, as we mentioned earlier, the park's glaciers have dropped from 150 to just 22 in over a century. If climate change continues, there may be no glaciers left by 2030. You can even join park volunteer activities, like trail cleanups or wildlife monitoring, to give back during your trip. At Yellowstone's Boiling River, since it's an undeveloped spot with no staff, it's up to visitors to keep it clean, don't leave any trash behind, and respect the natural environment. At Arches National Park, the natural arches are slowly eroding away. The park strictly prohibits touching or climbing the arches. This prevents human activity from speeding up their decay. At Antelope Canyon, the Navajo guides enforce strict rules to protect the canyon's fragile red rock walls. No touching, no graffiti, no leaving anything behind. At the Grand Canyon, stay on marked trails and don't litter. Its delicate ecosystem needs to be preserved for future generations. These eco-friendly rules aren't just restrictions, they're a way to ensure that these amazing sites exist for our children and grandchildren to enjoy. For safe travel, every park has clear rules. Follow them to avoid accidents. Yellowstone wildlife viewing. Always stay at least 25 meters 75 feet away from bison and elk, and 100 meters 300 feet away from bears and wolves. Never get out of your car to approach them. Yosemite rock climbing. It's a high-risk activity. You need professional skills and equipment. Beginners should only climb with a certified guide and never attempt difficult routes alone. For hiking, carry a first aid kit, bandages, antiseptic, etc., and be prepared for steep terrain. Grand Canyon helicopter tours. Choose a licensed, reputable company to ensure the aircraft and pilot are safe. Follow the crew's instructions, buckle up, and don't touch any equipment during the flight. General rule: never enter unmarked or closed areas. They may have hidden dangers like cliffs, swamps, or wildlife. Also, avoid common travel scams. Always book tickets and tours through official websites or authorized agents, not random third-party sellers. This will protect you from fake tickets and fraud. Eco-friendly and safe travel is the heart of responsible tourism. By respecting the environment and following safety rules, you'll not only have a great trip but also help preserve these natural and cultural treasures for years to come.